Hello, this is Benjamin with ARI, your website company. This video will be to go over the basics of the PSS integration for your CMS editor and your responsive website. First, we'll go over into our left-hand menu into Configuration and choose our second to last submenu option of PSS e-commerce. PSS e-commerce system was co-developed by ARI and Power Sports Support. It's going to be your new way to manage all of the prices and various aspects of your aftermarket parts, clothing, and accessories you have for sale on your site. First thing that we'll jump into today is over into General Settings. So we'll go into our upper left-hand corner, click on Settings, and underneath the General header, we'll go into Account Settings. These are pretty basic settings that are pretty self-explanatory. You have the account holder name, primary contact of that account holder, phone number, your business name, your store logo if you have one, and of course your actual website of your store. Here we have dealer identification, which is simply where you're going to be typing in your distributor IDs for the brands that you want listed on the site. And the only reason that you're seeing a bunch of ones is because this is a demonstration site. Once you get all of your facility IDs of manufacturers that you want to be listed on the site, or distributors, whatever you'd like to call them, go down and click Save. Next, we'll jump right back up to Settings once again, and this time we're going to go into Integration Settings and Web Store. Once again, we'll start off with some basic contact information, your store name, the customer service email, the lead submission, which email that you want it to go to, customer service telephone if you want to have listed one on the site, your physical address of the store if you'd like to have that listed on the site, and your map latitude and longitude, which sounds complicated, but it is very easy to figure out. Simply Google search the address of your store, and after the @ symbol in your top address bar, the first two lengthy numbers that you see listed is first your latitude and then your longitude. Shipping and taxes you can configure down below. And then, of course, your payment gateway. If you'd like to configure PayPal to be your main or primary or secondary way to pay, you can put in your API credentials here. And then down at the very bottom, if you would like to configure a payment gateway by the name of Stripe, you can do that as well. Next, we'll jump back up to Settings once more. And this time, let's go into Inventory Rules underneath the Aftermarket Catalog header. Here's where you're setting up your drop ship cutoff and lead time when shipping out items from these different distributors. Your dropship cutoff is the cutoff in which you are going to say, this is the least amount of order that I will actually allow to be shipped directly from your distributor. And of course, your lead time is the taking the time of processing the order, getting that order packed up, and getting it shipped out. Next, we'll jump into Web Store up top, and underneath Catalog Management, we'll go into Brand Exclusions. Now, this is simply if you have a distributor or a sub-distributor that you do not want listed on the site. For instance, underneath Takaraki, there is the infamous Alpine Stars. If you don't currently carry any products for that sub-distributor, you can begin to type in Alpine Stars like so, and select that distributor. And then if you hit submit, it would remove all Alpine Stars any type of items and any type of promotions off of your site. We'll exit out of there. Next, we'll talk about price changes. The first way that you can make price changes would be one by one. For the single one by one changes, we'll go into catalogs and then search aftermarket. And of course, we have several different products in here. We'll use the Z1R that we have up top, and we'll go ahead and click on the MPN. This will bring up a brand new tab in your browser, and that product's description, picture, and other details will load at that point. Things that you can do while you're here. You can go through and override the stock image if you do not like it. You can only put in one image for each e-commerce product, and you can do that either by uploading a file directly from your computer, or if you know the specific URL on the manufacturer's website that you would like to use instead, you can do that as well. You can edit any of the description and aspects of that product. And let's skip down, and here is where you can go through and override the price. Currently, the MSRP is set at $44.95. Let's say that you can sell it for $35. You would go down to here, type in 35.00, and if I was to hit save at this point, it would go through and override that price. One other thing that you can do right here is you can set your actual on-shelf quantity. Next to your manufacturer's SKU, if I was to bump this up to 10, it would of course reflect on the site as 10 items available, and of course as people purchase them, that number reflected to your customer on the site would tick down 10, 9, 8, so on and so forth. The other way in which you can go through and set inventory quantities would be through the File Center. So we'll go to File Center, and in the left-hand menu, we'll go down to Shelf Quantities, and then if you wanted to import, do a mass import of all the quantities of all the different items that you had on your site, you could use the organized template that you'll find in this area right there. Organize your information and upload the quantities for a mass amount of items as well. Next, let's go ahead and jump into coupons. For this, we're going to jump into Web Store, and underneath Marketing Promotions, Coupons. And we'll go ahead and do Create New. And you essentially have two different types. You have percentage off an order, or you have free shipping. This is globally applied to all items, and as of right now, there is no way to break down the granularity further on which items that you'd like to apply them to. Our hope that is in the near future, we will be able to get more granular with how you apply them to specific variations of items. Then we're going to go ahead and talk about private catalogs, which are your own custom products that you can put onto the site. Now, the first way that you can do this is, of course, by the one-by-one method. We'll go into Catalogs, Search Private. Once we get into Search Private, you would go into New. You put in your manufacturer brand, and then your product group, which could be riding jackets. You would then click Save, and then you could go through and add all the riding jackets that you have underneath that one particular manufacturer, one at a time. Now, if instead you would like to upload your own catalog in mass format, of course you can journey back to the File Center. And as you probably could have guessed, if we go down to Catalog Import, Private Catalog Import right there. And of course, that would be, once again, a specifically formatted CSV, you can download the template right here and apply your information to it. And once you've applied your information to it, you can go through and upload. Next, we'll talk about integrating your Lightspeed system that you have in order to help with orders, quantities, and essentially everything that you'll do in this e-commerce section. We'll jump into settings, and then we'll go all underneath module settings and click on Lightspeed. Your Lightspeed username, your Lightspeed password, and your 3PA credentials would be going down below. And of course, once you have your Lightspeed integration tied with this system, it can help with anything from managed supplier codes, inventory, and of course, any pricing that you could also do from that system as well. The next area we'll jump into is talking about orders. We'll jump into orders and order lookup. Now, I don't currently have any demonstration orders in here, but essentially you would click on the order and you can do anything that you can imagine, all the way over from completing the order to modifying any aspect of the order, such as number of items ordered, the adding extra items on there, adjusting the taxes, shipping. After you've processed the order, send out tracking information to your customers, and of course print as many packing slips as you like for each order as well. We'll go ahead and jump right back out of here and back to our editor and back to our dashboard. This has been Benjamin presenting your new PSS integration for ARI. Thank you very much for your valuable time today, and I hope that this new tool is a large help to keeping track of all of your e-commerce needs. Have a wonderful rest of your day.